Hey everybody, welcome to my new Abathur guide series. My stream was, badgering me that my videos were outdated, so I have decided to start a new guide series, and I'm going to do something a little different this time. Um, I'm going to try to be a little more educational with my guides, and I'm going to start spilling beans that I normally like to keep for my private coaching sessions. I'm still going to be offering coaching sessions, but I'm going to be including most of the stuff that I actually do in my coaching in these videos. It's not going to be a super lengthy series, but um, it's going to start very bare bones, very basic stuff you can find elsewhere on YouTube, but it's going to be coming from me, my opinions and point of view, so you can kind of get my feel on Abathur. I'm just going to go ahead and show you real quick. I have 3,778 games with Abathur, rank 1 right now. And I'm going to go ahead and get diving into this and explaining some talents. I'm going to go into this assuming that you're new to the Heroes of the Storm, or you don't quite understand who Abathur is, or you have kind of a basic understanding of Abathur and you want to get to know him a little bit better. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of his talents and explain how I like to kind of build them together to make some unique playstyles with Abathur, and then we'll go from there. So, alright, first off, Pressurized Glands. It increases the range of Symbiote Spike Burst by 25%, decreases cooldown by 1 second. This makes it so that your W, while you're symbioted, will hit the entire minion wave instead of just half the minion wave. It also makes it much easier to hit everyone in a team fight, and the reduction of cooldown means you get to spam it a lot faster. Survival Instincts increases your locus health by 50% and the duration by 40%. Any kind of push build, this is your bread and butter. Your locus can take far more damage with this. They can tank, I think, at least 1 to 2 more shots from a keep with this. I'll get into backdooring keeps and stuff later and taking mercenaries, so look forward to that. This is very important for doing that. Regenerative microbes. If you don't have a healer and you want to do a fun split push / hybrid heal build, this is the way to go. The healing's not as strong as just playing a normal support, but it can definitely top off your team in between team fights. Venom Nest, if you're wanting to go for an anti-stealth or a kind of zone control build, this will be the build to go for you. It makes your mines do a bonus 75% damage over time dot. It's pretty awesome. Alright, now moving on to tier 4. There's a lot of debate between which one is better, Prolific or Ballista Spores, okay? A lot of people prefer Prolific. I personally go Ballisto. Prolific gives you 2 additional nest charges, so instead of only holding 3 mines, you can hold 5, and it reduces their cooldown from 12 seconds to 10. Or is it 10 to 8 now? Don't quote me on that. And Ballista Spores increases your nest range to global and increases their duration by 20%. Now, technically, with the increased duration and the reduced cooldown, if you were to hide your mines away in like a hidden corner of the map with both of these, you'll basically have the same amount of mines out at any given time. It's just that Prolific is better for spamming out mines in a small area to get like surprise ambushes on people. Ballista Spore is better for using them for wards, to get vision on the map where you need it. And the reason I prefer Ballista Spores is because you don't have to waste time to rotate lanes by moving your body into the lane dangerously to get, mines put where you need them. Plus, it's very important to backdoor and steal mercs and stuff. And like I said, we'll get into that later. Now, if you're going heal build, Sustained Carapace, absolute must take. It makes the shield last 50% longer, and the big part of it that's important is that normally when you symbiote an ally and you shield them, if you unhat them, the shield is immediately gone. This will make the hat or the shield stay when you unhat. So if you take the heal and this, you can hop on an ally, heal them, and immediately unsymbiote them, and they'll still get the healing effect, so you can move on to doing other things. And this is a key important thing when we get to the tier 7 part of this build. Now, Adrenal, if you're going for a symbiote build which focuses on like direct team fighting, this is the next one you're going to want to take. It makes your hatted target attack 25% faster. Great for any kind of auto attack carry. Must take if you're going symbiote build. All right, now Needle Spine, another symbiote must take in my opinion. It makes your Q stab damage and range increase by 20%. This makes it much easier to catch targets that are running away from whoever you had it on. And the damage is very noticeable over the length of the game. With this and the rank 1 symbiote talent, you'll definitely be noticing a huge increase in your overall DPS. Now, Vile Nest, if you're going Mind Build, another awesome bread and butter pick. Anytime an enemy hits one of your mines, 50% slow for 4 whole seconds. It's hilarious. It's great. I mean, you're playing on Cursed Hollow, tributes popping up, you've got the map littered with these things, bot lane's trying to come top for that trip, they're not going to get there. GG. So yeah, I mean, if you go Prolific and Vile Nest, you have utter map control. But I don't like Ballisto on most of the, or I don't like Prolific on most of the larger maps, so I skip Vile Nest for Mule. But if you want to get a really fun harass map control build, take Vile Nest. It's awesome. Now, Networked Carapace, this is the talent that you want to go if you're going for an off-heal slash minion push build. This one is where the push part comes in. If you have a minion, like say the mage in the wave, it will spread a shield to all of the minions, and it includes mercenaries. Now, the thing with this is if you don't take the lasting shield, if you shield the minions and you unhat normally with this, the shield will dissipate. So you're forced to sit on this whole minion wave while this shield works. But if you take this, it'll heal the minion wave, the whole minion wave. This will make the shield stay on and last longer, and this will shield all of the minions. So with these 3 shield talents, you can hop on the minion wave, E, and then immediately hop off. They're all healing, they're all pushing, and the shield lasts for ages. So you can very quickly hat between all 3 lanes on a big map and push those minion waves like crazy. If, you know, there's like a brawl going on in the jungle and you know your team can, you know, kind of fight it out without your help right there. And the Mule, which can be used to repair structures and whatnot. I use it to help me take mercs and backdoor keeps, which you'll see later on in this series. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get this out there now. I hate Monstrosity. I don't think Monstrosity is a good ultimate. I'll get more in depth with that later, but in my honest opinion, if you're going to start playing Abathur, always go Evolution. Always go Evolution. Monstrosity might be a pub stomper at really low level, low MMR games, but if you want to truly get good with Abathur and make a real impact, go Clone. Just take Clone every time. It's a great thing. Now, at 13, Assault Strain, these are so out of date, they're not good, don't ever take them, just for any reason don't take them. Bombard Strain is ranged with a 70% damage bonus, whereas these cleave for half damage. They're just not any good anymore. They used to be back in Tech Alpha, but you know, they're like that awkward cousin we don't talk about anymore. Spatial Efficiency is great for your symbiote build, gives you an extra stab charge so you can burn out a lot more stabs, especially good when you go Hive Mind at 20. Soma Transference, another one of those talents we just don't talk about on Abathur. The healing is so poor, it's not worth taking, even in a heal build, honestly. Most of my builds that I run, I like to just run Bombard Strain. If I'm going symbiote, it's Spatial Efficiency. Any other build, it's Bombard Strain. So keep that in mind. On this tier, okay, another one of these things. Everybody likes to go in Venom Spikes. I prefer Adrenal. And Venom Spikes makes it so that your W slows all the things that it hits by 40% for a couple seconds. Now, Adrenal Boost makes it so any targets that are shielded get a 40% speed boost for 3 seconds. Now, a lot of people are like, yeah, but this slows people. But the reason I prefer Adrenal Boost is because, you know, say you have a ranged carry chasing somebody down, and they're just out of auto attack range, you know what I mean? So they're not close enough to get hit by your spikes, so you can't slow them. But with the Adrenal Boost, you can speed that ally up, and then they get the killing blow. It's also good for helping a teammate who got dismounted get to a fight faster. It's good for, like, oh no, they're going to get hit by a skill shot, helps them get a speed of boost to juke, etc., etc. Locust Brood, like I said, if I'm not going symbiote build, I'm taking this all the time. Spawns 3 locusts, synergizes amazingly well with the 13. You can push lanes and take out structures really fast. You can solo mercs with this. Volatile Mutations, like that creepy uncle we don't talk about, he's bad. I've tried, okay? I've tried so hard to make Volatile Mutation work. I really have. I mean, I've ran it on like tank builds. Like, I've gone evolutionary link and volatile mutation and like cloned tanks, and I mean, I've tried going monstrosity with this thing. Right now in its current state, volatile mutation just isn't good. Just pick literally any of these three and you're good. Just don't go volatile, please. And evolutionary link, very situational. Almost never get it seen picked. I've personally only picked it a couple times where I ended up in a situation where we had a butcher as a solo tank. It gives them a 20% of their max health shield that pops up every few seconds. It's okay, but it kind of pales in comparison to the rest. This one lets your monstrosity basically tunnel anywhere it has vision. It's great for assassinating people. So this is the one that pretty much 99.9% of people take if they're not going locust build. It lets you symbiote one person, and the hat also appears on a nearby allied hero, so you can basically double all of your abilities. You'll shoot 2 spikes, 2 Ws, etc. The second one does half damage, though. Now, Locust Nest, like I said, if I'm not going Symbi, I'm taking this. This is great. It periodically spawns an extra locust. So you've got a passive locust spawning, you've got this spawning, and then you've got your 3 from your 16 talent spawning. That's like 5 locusts instantaneously, if you time it well, that you can shove down a lane, or on top of a hero you're ganking, or like on a keep, you know, mercenaries, wherever you need it. It's great. I highly favor the locust build, and I'll show you why later. But yeah, so Abathur, he's very unique. He's probably one of the most unique heroes in MOBA history, in my opinion at least, from what I've seen. He is not a frontline combatant. He stays in the back and doesn't directly engage in battle. He symbiotes his allies. His Q basically plants a thing above an allied hero's head, and then he can fire out of it. He fires little spikes. His W is like a AoE spike explosion that does damage, and his E is a shield, like you've seen from there. Probably should have gone over this first, but you know, you get it. And yeah, and he plants mines to get map vision and do damage and whatnot. He's very squishy, stays in the back, hides from the fight, that sort of a thing. So that's all I'm going to talk about in this video. Just a very bare bones rundown of Abathur, and then tomorrow I will start on my individual guides, like, you know, showing you where good places for mines and when and why to put mines there, how to solo merit camps, how to backdoor, you know, like who to clone, you know, like proper body soaking techniques, just explaining Abathur mechanics and things you can do with Abathur, and like how to assassinate people with Abathur, and just all kinds of crazy stuff I normally do in my stream, but I'm going to start bringing those things to YouTube for you guys. So hope this helps somebody out there at least a little bit. I know it's very basic, but you know, gotta start somewhere. So I will see you guys in the next video with some more in-depth coverage. So thank you guys for watching. I stream every day on Twitch at twitch.tv/Abathur1613 from about 9 a.m. Eastern to about 9 p.m. Eastern every single day. Heroes of the Storm all the time. So if you guys want to have a fun interactive time, come hang out sometime and give me a follow. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe to my YouTube, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.